What's up, guys? Corbin from CIRCA 2020. One of the happiest days I've had in a while, one of the most exciting things that I've done in a while, and as you can see, this discombobulation here of sites. It is the grand opening of the CIRCA 2020 Armory store. Link in the description if you want to go on, if you don't want to see all the products, if you don't want to hear me babble for 20 minutes, just pop on down to the link, go on there. If you have any questions, let me know. Would love to have you support us and purchase something from the site. But here we go. Without further ado, I'm going to tell you guys we've received everything that I've been waiting on. And now we're going to go ahead, go through, show you everything that we got. I wanted to do this video out in the shop, but it's windy and there's leaves blowing in the shop and all kinds of stuff. So I didn't want to do it out there. I didn't feel like the video quality would be good. So I brought a really bright light in. That way you guys can hear easy, see easy, and we can go over everything, in a quick manner together without interruptions and wind noise and everything else that we get when we're in the shop. So this will come up here in a little. I just wanted something to put in my hands. So we're gonna do optics first and then all the accessories and that kind of stuff second. So right off the bat, the biggest optic that we carry right now. Now the site will always be changing, it will always be morphing, but what we have right now is enough to launch the site, in my opinion. I think it's a really good selection for people. It's all products that I have personally used and tested. So you might see some videos pop up over the next month or so of me using different sites, using different things, and you'll be like, that's kind of old news to me. I use YouTube as my marketing for the site. So if I put this site up, and best budget, variable optic, I know it might be old news to you, but for other people, they're gonna land on that search and hopefully go to the store, save themselves some money, and shop with CIRCA 2020. So we're gonna open this box. This is a 2.5 to 10 by 40. You get your normal owner's manual, couple tools, lens caps, and then we got the sight. So right off the bat here, you can tell it's your very typical variable optic, 2.5 to 10. I think 2.5 to 10 is fantastic for semi-automatic platforms. 10 power is usually good enough to get a couple 100 yards out and be really good at that distance. And 2.5 is good enough that you're not losing a lot of sight picture up close. This also has a lighted reticle, red and green, 5 brightness levels for each. And it also comes with a 5 milliwatt laser. I was not sure if I was gonna get the 5 milliwatt. I wanted the 5. It is adjustable, the laser's adjustable. It's got the standard Picatinny base mounts here. I don't love the mounts, but working with the supplier that I'm working with, in order to change this mount, it would have put the sight more than double what it is to come in its basic form. There will be no branding on any of this stuff this time around. It was going to take a lot longer, 3-4 months, to get branding on everything, and I didn't want to wait. I wanted to get these products in, so there's no branding on anything. Very simple, very traditional designs. I love it, I do. So 2.5 to 10 by 40, your regular variable scope with a 5 milliwatt red laser, very nice optic. I have used one of these with a green laser on it, and I like the green, but the green wasn't as available as the red was to get the amount that I wanted. So we got a bunch of these in, excited. I'm definitely gonna take that out to the range and play with that a little bit, probably on one of my newer builds, which we're going to feature here pretty soon. So this is the 2.5 to 10 by 40 variable scope with laser. Next up, a sight that I've featured many times. I've had this on the site since I built the site, and I've had these in stock, but I just got a whole lot more of them because I feel like bang for buck, this is one of the best sights you can get your hands on, guys. If you're looking for a good, just 1x magnification, no magnification, red dot, 30 mil objective, flip up caps. It has the rubber retention on the caps for the adjustments, windage and elevation, red and green, dot, 5 brightness levels for each. I do like the base on this. I love that it's a forward mount, and I will say that this system works really good with the magnifiers that we have coming up. My normal builds that I build for friends and family and other people who ask me to build, when they say, hey, I don't have a lot of money to put a $300, $400 Vortex or something else on, this is the sight. That's why I have them here, because this is the sight that I put on those rifles and those pistols. For a 1x magnification, this thing is crystal clear. The dot is crisp. It's a 2 MOA dot. It's just a really, really good sight for out to 100 yards, 150 yards or so. Great sight, crystal clear, really sturdy mount. I like it a lot. And it's a really cool, aggressive looking style. Never gets old. I love this sight. This sight you can pick up for, I don't want to quote prices because I don't have everything in front of me. So what I want you to do, I know that my prices, now can you go on and find this sight somewhere else, maybe 10 bucks cheaper? Possibly you can. But what nobody else is going to offer for the price that I'm doing is a lifetime warranty. Yes, these are budget optics. Yes, they all come from a factory in China. Yes, that is all true. I'm not going to deny it because everybody knows. I'm not going to make it something that it isn't. But I'm offering a lifetime warranty. So if you get a sight that you're not 100% happy with, or has a fault or has an issue, just send it back. I'm going to send you another one. I'm not going to fight you about it. It's no BS, lifetime warranty. I do that because I've had great luck with this stuff. I've had a few things here and there over the years that I wasn't happy with. So as far as I feel, I'm safe putting a warranty on this because I feel like 90 out of 100, 95 out of 100 are going to be perfect. That's just what I think we got going on here. So that's a 30 mil 1X, my favorite all around budget sight for pretty much anything that you want to put it on. It works really well. I've never had one of those come off a zero, not once. And I've been brutal to one of those sights. And now that I really can, because I have many of them, I'm going to take my oldest one and beat the crap out of it and do a torture test, and I'm going to video it. Next up, we have a a micro red dot. Had a little bit of an issue with the ones that I initially ordered, the ones that I tested on the channel. It was funny because I actually had a friend who had this sight, and I said, hey, how do you like it? Well, so we went out, used it. It worked really good for him, worked for a while now, for over a year. I liked it, so we picked it up. This is the little owl, the doctor replica sight. I didn't want to go with any kind of a replica. I had my own deal with the Swamp Fox sight that worked really well. Unfortunately, that whole thing fell through. So right now we're going to carry a handful of these. So if you do have a need for a mini micro red dot, this will work. This will not work with pistol sight plates. I'm going to tell you up front, it's not going to, because the on-off switch is featured in this Picatinny or Weaver base. But what I do like about this sight even more, comes with a cover, which is nice, but this has locking screws for your adjustments. So windage and elevation, you actually have locking screws to lock them in, so it cannot come off zero. Really neat. 2 MOA dot. I'm gonna throw this on a 45-degree mount on my AR and use it as like a third backup. I really, really like that. And that's why I picked those up. I thought that was really cool. You don't have to worry about it coming off zero, and they work really well. 2032 battery, pretty standard, so a really nice little micro sight. Now for some of the fun stuff and some of the stuff, the little bit higher end stuff that we have. Magnifiers have become kind of a hot ticket. I initially tested the magnifier, the G33, and I've owned one for a while, and it has been on my AR for a long time, and it's just perfect. I cannot be happier with it. So I wanted to get 2 different ones in. So here we have the G43, which is a little bit smaller, a little shorter than the G33. It has these nice bikini caps, which are nice. And it has the adjustment turrets, not as nice as the adjustment turrets on there, but guys, the glass quality on this thing it's just fantastic. So really, really, really nice. Just no button activation, very sturdy. Just, I love the mount on this. And it also comes with the Trijicon style locking quick release. Love it, guys. Absolutely love this. I may switch over to the 43 on mine just to give me a little bit more room. Because, you know, the 33 is a big magnifier. And if you're not gonna run any other kind of backup site, the 33 is fine. I don't want to talk down on the 33 because it served me well for a long time now, and I love that magnifier. 43 is good, still 3x magnifier. You can still center your red dot or your reticle, whatever you're centering, you can still center it. It's just a little bit shorter than the 33, but the same great mounting system. Everything has just, it's awesome, guys. Love this G43. I do know the price of this offhand, $107.76. Everything on the site ends in 7 and 76 cents. Because we're in America and 1776 is when this whole party got started. This thing's kind of a pain to get back in here. So, there we go. All right, next up, so if we showed you the G43, now we're gonna show you the G33. And the G33 is the same one that I have. Now, the G33 comes with the really nice adjustment turrets. Fantastic hand adjustable centering turrets, adjustable diopter. The 43 had an adjustable diopter as well. This also comes with the really nice EOTech style lock, not Trijicon style lock. Same mount, real stiff spring, but no button. It is still easy to use, not when you don't have anything attached to it, obviously. The reason they don't put this together is because they give you 2 plates. You have the plate that always stays on, and then you have this riser plate. That's going to be really important because I want to show you real quick on mine. So I had to install, I can show you here, I had to install the riser plate on this one to work with the micro red dot that I'm about to show you. I did not, however, have to install, or I would not have to use it to run with the 30 mil sight. I put this on here to show basically how the magnifiers will work. The 43 is the same exact height as the 33. So the 33, I had to put the spacer on to work with the micro, but to work with the Predator sight, you do not need the spacer. You can run just the one that comes on it, and it will line up just fine. So a lot of people have asked me about combos. Again, here's the 33, just really, really sweet optic. A lot of people have asked me about doing the magnifier and red dot combos. Here's what I'll tell you. The red dots, the magnifiers are 107.76. The red dots range anywhere from, 40 some to 60 some dollars. Just buy one and buy the other. They'll work with both. I've used them with both and they work just fine. I don't want to list anything together because then that gets tricky with my inventory tracking. So next up is the micro dot, the mini red dot, micro red dot. On the site, it is the close quarters battle red dot, the CQB. This is a 25 mil dot. I currently run that on my AR. I loved it. You guys got to come along and see the testing. It is not branded. It is red, or no, I'm sorry. This is just a red dot with 11 brightness levels. So this is a really sweet dot. You can either run it straight on the rail which I may put one of these on my TAC 14 build, or I may put one of the mini micro, just reflex style dots on the shotgun. I'm not sure yet, but you also get the co-witness riser. What's nice is if you have a solution that you just want to run this on the rail, you also get the co-witness riser that you can run with anything else. Pretty neat. What is co-witness? Well, if you don't know what co-witness is, I can tell you. Well, I'll just set this back in here for now. I wanted to put the caps back on, but I'm not. This stuff's all separate, so I'll make sure it's all straight and ready to ship out then when somebody buys it. Co-witness is if you want to use iron sights. So right here, we have the CIRCA 2020 signature backup iron sights. Backup iron sights are a lot of money. For some reason, companies like Troy and Magpul and Strike, they all seem to get like 100 to 150 to 200. I've even seen them for $300 for backup iron sights. Why? And to be honest with you, I don't really like the Magpul ones. People go nuts over the Magpul ones. I don't think they're that great. I like Magpul a lot. Don't really like their backup irons. I'll tell you why. Most backup irons, and we talked about this with the supplier, and I wanted this for a reason. So real quick, they're all steel. You have two apertures, reticles, whatever you want to call it. You got a ghost ring, and then you have your peep with the light catch cone in it. Most of them, you hit a button and they flip up. But to push them down, there is no lock. So if you hit it off of something and it creeps back a little bit, that can affect your zero. And I don't care what any company says, that's the truth. They don't lock forward, they only lock back. In my opinion, why would you want something to lock back? When it's back, you're not using it, it doesn't need to be locked. It needs to be locked in its forward position where it's zeroed. So it doesn't move. That's how I feel. So that's what we've accomplished here. We actually made it 100% manual. So if you want to use the sight, you want to flip the back sight up, you just flip it up. Flip it up by hand. Takes a quarter of a second. It's locked. It cannot, like there is not even a click of movement. Same thing with the front sight. We're mounted, push it up, boom, locked. It is locked. It cannot come down if you hit it, bang on it, hit it off of a tree, whatever, it's not coming down, it's not going to come off a zero. To push the sight down now, you will need to push the button, and then you can put it down and put it against your rail on both. So it's hard to do it without it being on the firearm. So push the button, boom, it's down in its locked position. So the rear sight obviously has two reticles, it's windage adjustable. The front sight works with like a regular A2 style front sight adjustment tool, elevation adjustable. Great backup sight, full metal, not polymer, not plastic, not spring loaded, never gonna fail. 100% mechanical and manual design that locks in its zeroed spot. And we put a great price on it, guys. Check this out. Check it out on CIRCA 2020 Armory. I'm working on getting a better domain. I got locked into Square, so to change the domain, they want like a ridiculous amount of money for that. So I'm trying to work with them on that because I've already given them a ridiculous amount of money. So if you don't remember, it's circa-2020-armory.square.site. But if you don't want to remember that, click the link below, bookmark it, save it as your favorites, whatever. But if you don't remember that, just go to Google and type in CIRCA 2020 Armory, and you'll find us. We should be right in the top, 3 listings or so. We should be the top. I've tried to make it the top, but So as far as optics go, actual see-through sight zero optics, that's what we carry on the store. But now we have some really cool accessories, guys. So next up, we have this is cool. I definitely wanted to get one of these. I got one of these a couple months ago, didn't put it on the thing, tested it out, loved it. Had a lot of people ask me about these that I build for, or friends that have them. They've wanted to know where to get and affordable, because obviously, guys, you can spend a lot of money on a pressure switch light and laser. You can spend crazy money. There's no reason to do that, guys. A flashlight is a flashlight. And if you put good batteries in it, as long as it's 500 to 800 lumen, it's going to do what you and I need it to do. And a laser is a laser. It's the same thing. So what we have is a pressure switch operated light and laser switch for each. You can mount this wherever you want. It can come all the way back. It can be forward, whatever you want. So we have a 500 lumen, the same technology that you're going to see throughout our weapon light system that we have. We have a few more. 500 lumen light, 5 milliwatt laser. Guys, love it. I actually have one of these on another rifle that's at my dad's right now, and I think this thing's awesome. At night, it has like I think it's a 65-degree flood, so it's pretty forward. It doesn't splash light everywhere. It's pretty forward where you're aimed. If you like to run an AR for home defense, or if you have a TAC 14 shotgun, I can tell you that one of these will be replacing my regular weapon light on this shotgun very soon, like probably in an hour. So I think going with a pressure switch is really nice, because then you won't accidentally, it's easy to turn on, turn off, or quick blast some light out there. You don't give away your spot as easy. Definitely these are worth their weight in gold. And speaking of that, it's not that heavy. Now there's no battery in this, but this is probably not even more than a quarter pound. It's a very light system. Some of these guys will hang some big heavy steel, really intricate billet aluminum or steel flashlights that they're so proud of, and they spent $300 on, and they added like 1.5 pounds to their firearm. Now, really nice, does the job without fail. Every product that you see is always backed by our no BS lifetime warranty. So if you have problems with it, you let me know. We will get you fixed up and taken care of with a replacement or your money back. So that is the Dark Ops Weapon Light Laser. Dark Ops. Next up. Okay, so pistol lights. And it doesn't have to be pistol light, but it's what it's designed for. You could run it on any kind of a weapon. This is a switch operated, left or right, doesn't matter. They will work by themselves or simultaneously. A regular, now this is actually, it's rated at 500, but putting it up against 3 other 500 lights, it's brighter. This is an extremely bright weapon light. This doesn't have any lasers. It doesn't have any fancy. It is just a straight up Picatinny mount weapon light with a really nice pressure touch switch for left or right-handed shooters. Awesome little weapon light. It is polymer. It does have some weight to it. The LED jacket in this thing is incredible. Very nice product. Very nice product. The Night Moves optic light, I believe, is what we call that. So, actually no, that is not the Night Moves. The Night Moves is right here, the pistol light laser. So, I had one of these on my Canik TP9 SFX, because if I'm not out at the range doing like, shooting drills or anything else, when it's at home, I throw this bad boy on. What this is a nice 500 lumen light with a laser with your trigger finger operation. Now, first question that comes to mind for a lot of people, well, I don't want a light, or well, I don't want a laser and a light, or vice versa. There's another switch on here that you can select whether you want light, laser, or both when you click this on. Very cool, very nice system, very lightweight, doesn't add a lot of front weight to your firearm. 5 milliwatt laser and very nice 500 lumen light. Has a nice 70-degree flood, might be 75. It's a nice flood, great light for the money. Definitely would recommend these. I have a few of them in stock. I didn't order a lot of those because we have so many other ones, but I have one myself. I thought it was great, so I wanted to give you an option. I will say though, up front, it is not going to work on a compact pistol. You're gonna have like a full size, or at least I would say a 4.5-inch barrel. Anything that goes like 4 and under normally doesn't have enough rail on the front for that to sit in securely. On my Canic, it works fine. That's a giant firearm, of course it works fine. I have a Taurus G2S. It does not work great on. Now the other pistol light works fine, but that light laser is too, the Picatinny part is too forward. It doesn't mount. So we got that. If you guys have paid attention to the channel, I'm not going to go on this a lot because I did a whole video on this. Our 2-point sling, or quick detach 2-point sling, guys, very robust adjustment handle, works really good. One of the reasons it works so good is because we have a non-friction powder coating on the buckle here. So when you move it back and forth, it works really easy, very rugged, very thick material. Tool steel, quick detach components, incredible. We sold a few of these already on the site. Mr. Prezos, if you're watching, thanks for the business. Yours should have arrived today. Guys, fantastic sling. Love it. Just did a video on it. If you want to see more about this 2-point sling, go back. I believe it was the very last video or the second to last video we put up. Find that on the site. You will not be disappointed with that sling. Again, lifetime warranty. Along with the sling, the Utilitech man belt, I call it. This belt is infinitely adjustable. I just put it on the wrong way. Don't mind me in my comfy clothes. I've been working, separating all this product and making sure we got everything that we ordered. So, I have about a 32-inch waist. Used to be 33, used to be 34. And I will tell you, I have an extra 10 to 12 inches at least. I put this on my 2-year-old. It is infinitely adjustable. You could be from a toddler all the way up to a 42, 44 size waist, and this is going to fit. I love a good tactical belt. Now, I wouldn't call this a battle belt because a battle belt is usually 2 belts. It's a steel belt that goes in with Velcro on it and then a Velcro belt attachment that keeps everything nice and secure. But with the way this adjusts and the way it clasps on there, everybody knows, especially, well, really just most men, unless you have a perfect physique and a big butt, when you strap on some gear, your pants fall down. Your belt tries to fall down because it starts to stretch out. Leather, any kind of leather belt, any kind of fabric belt is going to start to stretch out. This stuff is not stretching out, and this is not going to move like a normal buckle will. This thing, and if you need a little bit more, just give it a yank. It has a elastic retention over here. So once you get it adjusted where you need it, you don't have to worry about all that extra stuff. It's part of the belt. You just clip it in, done. You can put it up tight enough that your firearm's not gonna weigh you down. Really nice. And if you know that you're never gonna gain a few inches, you can just go ahead and right about in here, take off that extra fabric, burn it shut, you're done. Really nice Utilitech man belt, guys. That's a steal. Other belts like this are twice as much than what we sell them for. Get them while you can. I don't have a ton of these in stock right now. We will be getting more. I had to take what I can get because of COVID right now. Some of the supplier factories haven't been pumping out as much, so I kind of bought, I know at least 4 of the items that we have. I bought everything they had currently because I didn't want to wait for a month and a half. They have holidays over there right now. It's very strange. The Velociraptor charging handle, guys. I have about 50 of these in stock. Every single weapon that I have built in the past year got one of these charging handles. People will say that the Chinesium charging handles bend, that they break. I will tell you, I know that there is at least 5, 6, 7,000 rounds out of these charging handles from everybody that I know that has them. Not one person has had a charging handle failure, besides one guy got some grit down in the spring mechanism, and all we did was blow it out with some air, put some gun oil in it, and it works fine to this day. The newer ones that I got in have a Cerakote finish. It is not the anodized like it normally is that's a little bit rougher for whatever reason. This is a really smooth Cerakote finish. Everything about these newer charging handles is awesome. Guys, the Velociraptor charging handle, I'm not gonna go off about it forever, but if you don't wanna go out and spend $80, $90, $100 on a designer charging handle, CIRCA 2020 Armory has a charging handle with a lifetime warranty that costs a lot less. A lot less. Next up, the fast catch bolt catch lever, fast load bolt catch lever. Sorry. This is obviously Magpul has the bad lever. Phase 5 has their own battery assist device or bolt catch lever. We have the fast load bolt catch lever, guys. I would not own an AR platform. Whoops, man belt. I would not own an AR platform without a device, a battery assist device, a bolt catch lever. If you don't know what it is, you're missing out. If you don't have one, you're missing out. If you don't think you need one, that's fine. So what you are able to do with one hand, never coming off the trigger area or with your trigger hand, you are able to lock the bolt back. So you were able to drop the bolt. You didn't even see it happen because everything gets operated right here in the trigger cage with that lever. If you're going bang, 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 all right, let's just play some LARPing here. You know, you're shooting, empty, bolt locks back, drop your mag, grab your mag, back in. As soon as that's in, bang, you're right back on target and putting rounds down range. Guys, these levers, I feel like I want to get my own. I know some people with some CNC stuff. I would like to get my own fancy levers designed because I feel like the bolt catch levers are just a wonderful advancement in AR-15 technology. Not everybody likes them, and I don't know why. I don't know what there isn't to like about it. Because even if the lever were to break, you can still use the bolt catch as usual. Just the lever's just there. It actually gives you more. There's no downside to having the lever on. If you don't like the way it looks, I guess that's fine. But otherwise, there is no downside to how that lever looks or works whatsoever. The lever is awesome. More simple thing, and then we got one more pretty cool thing to show you, but it's not on the site yet, and we'll talk about why. Last but not least, tech plate. This is just your typical buffer end plate. I see people out there selling these things for $15 and $20. Ridiculous. This is just your normal slotted end plate for like a 1-point sling or a 2-point sling that uses like the M&P 15 slings that have the quick clips. This is just your ambidextrous 2-sided buffer end plate there. I sell these very cheap, $3.50, guys. That's it, $3.50. My shipping is always a flat $7.99. No matter what you buy, it's $7.99 for shipping. And so for a little over $10, that comes to your door. Because the problem with a lot of firearm or optics or anything, a lot of the problem with that is not only do you have to pay for the part, almost all the time do you have to pay for shipping, and it's super annoying. You buy a $15 or $20 part that's already overpriced, and then you pay another $9 or $10 shipping. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Last but not least, guys, we got some pistol braces in. These are not on the website yet because I think you know what they are right away. They even have the logo clearly on the back. I didn't want anything branded for a reason because I didn't want to get involved in that mess. These are really nice though. So I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I have to talk about it, figure out what I want to do. I want to get a hold of my supplier and ask them why that has a brand on it. But otherwise, really nice pistol brace, and definitely one's going to find its way onto my AR. So we'll talk about that later. Guys, remember, subscribe. 93% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. So if you're watching this video, subscribe. We bring good content. We're always going to bring good content. We're always going to bring a lot of it. You'll always have stuff to watch if you subscribe to CIRCA 2020. Remember, bookmark or favorite the store. That way you can find it, because unfortunately there was a CIRCA 2020 was taken, and there's a lot of stuff with URLs that I'm struggling with. So it's circa-2020-armory.square.site, but we're going to get that a little bit easier. Or you can just go to Google and type in CIRCA 2020 Armory. You can find us there, or just link in the description. Go on there, bookmark the site, find us that way. Guys, if you have any questions, comments, see something you like, have any questions, even if they're mean stuff, I don't mind when somebody gets on and razzes me, I razz you back. Let's have some discussions about it. I look forward to doing business with everybody out there. Also, you will be receiving in the next week, I should get it, hopefully, it's a local guy, CIRCA 2020, like, all the manufacturers had their stickers just about the size of this Magpul sticker. If you look at the profile picture on YouTube, that's going to be our new sticker design. Very cool design. So that's going to come with every order as well. Guys, thank you so much. We're over 200 subscribers. The red dot video, the red dot giveaway, your choice of any of the red dots that we showed, that's tomorrow. And so if you see it today and you want to get in, go find that giveaway video, follow the instructions. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to tie it up, finish the numbers, do a video with the giveaway. And one more thing. Yeah, we'll see you.